on the Bright Side is brought to you by Uno, a brand committed with the future.
Ready? Everybody ready? Yeah. All right, less noise, right? If we want to see the animals, less noise, right, guys? All right, let's go.
It was a journey from a different part of the country this morning. Teacher Johnson headed out as early as 6 o'clock to start the last adventure day for her summer camp. Her students say they didn't sleep.
Everybody else is so excited. You never sleep?
I was asleep last night. That's why I get late.
You never sleep? You been so excited?
Yes, Mom.
The trip took us to the Belize Zoo and Tropical Education Center. We accompanied Johnson and the kids on their final day of activities.
Is the iguana next to the tapir?
This is our, I would say, second summer, because I started last year's summer. And, you know, I said I wanted to do it a little bit different this year, because we can't have them sit inside the classroom all day just executing lesson, you know, in a fun way, ensuring that they grasp the concept. Being outside is fun as well.
For Johnson, the concept of fun while learning is not new. In fact, if her face seems familiar, it's because she's arguably the teacher of the year during the pandemic. She opened a free tutoring program in Dangriga when it was most needed. Amid a global pandemic where many lost their jobs and kids transitioned to online learning, Johnson built a makeshift classroom in her backyard. And the kids came pouring in.
I started a tutoring program last year summer during the high peak of the pandemic, because I see the need, because our babies have been out of the classroom for 2 years. So I said, you know, why not offer my service, because I know the know-how, because I'm a trained teacher with a bachelor's degree in primary education, I mean 2 certificates from UWR, but so why not? You know, because teaching is my passion, and I know that these babies have been lacking concepts. So I decided to start a tutoring program, and because of the SI that was set in place, you know, we could only have so many in an era for a certain amount of time. So last year we started off with 25 students.
It's not 25 anymore. In only a year, the number has almost tripled. But the necessary help is coming from teachers and parents.
I've been teaching for the past 6 years, and this is the first summer program that I came to assist Ms. Johnson.
Well, as a parent, I feel so good to know that a program like this exists. Simply because of what we've been going through the pandemic, you know, it was like just fit. It was just correct, just right for a program like this to come about.
This is something that I think our community needed. Especially since it's free, it's even better.
Kids would enroll in Johnson's free tutoring program to keep up with their core subjects during the pandemic. When face-to-face classes resumed, her tutoring program evolved into an after-school session where Johnson would come home from work and do it all over again by helping with assignments and class projects. Everything free of cost.
You know, some parents who can say, Miss, can my child come? I guess because they see the videos and the different pictures that I will post on social media to let the public know how much fun we're having while learning. You know, they would call, and being so appreciative that when the child goes to school and semester report are being distributed, they can say, Mrs. Johnson, this is what my child got. And they said, thank you so much for all your input that you have done with my child, for the patient, you know, for taking the time out of your time, you know, leaving everything behind and to just deal with our kids. We're really grateful for it.
What's the name of our national bird? That the toucan, but all right, the kill-bill toucan now.
Then summer came around, and unlike most kids, they were not ready for school to end. At least, not Mrs. Johnson's school. But how do you make summer fun while learning? For Johnson, It's work and play. Week 1 was dedicated to academics, but this week was filled with various events on different days, from sports day, pool day, to a career day where community members spoke about their respective jobs. Today, the last day, they left their community.
Teaching is my passion. So seeing my babies so excited and being here at the zoo is the first time for some of them. I mean, that's the joy that any teacher would want to see. So that's my joy for my babies.
And the joy is spread across the entire group. Kids who enjoy learning promise a bright future. After a day's commute to see the world outside of their youthful perspective, there is only one feeling going home.
Looking on the bright side!
I'm Sabreena Daly.
On the Bright Side was brought to you by Uno, a brand committed with the future.
That's the sound of fuel efficiency. Every day, every time, I choose Uno Fuels powered with Dynamax. Uno, a brand committed with the future.